Hey, I want to do a quick YouTube video. I have 4 minutes left before I have to leave, but it'll probably go past. Um, this week was really terrible in the sense that yesterday I had a migraine headache, and I haven't worked out all week. I'm going to try to today because I feel better, 70%. Obviously all stress related, and time related and anxiety related with having all these businesses and dealing with people. My gym business is the problematic one. I'm dealing with one guy, and he didn't come in all week because he feels the same way, but he kind of has the same defense mechanism. But I'm slowly, reducing his tasks because he's not right for the job, and there's no communication between us either. It's like me and my ex-boyfriends. You know what I mean? So what I did was I finally gave the scheduling task to someone else who's not my first choice, but at least he's an honest person. And I started interviewing people to go out and get people into the gym because the gym isn't getting a lot of people right now, and it's a big worry for me. The other businesses are doing well as far as I see, but I have to do more things for the gym, even though it's the lesser of the businesses, the lesser of the worries, but I have more money invested of my own, and it's where I'm learning the most to deal with people and hire better people. You know what I mean? Not just letting an idiot kind of just throw the wool over my eyes and talk blah blah blah, and finally when I make a decision then kind of regress to the other decision because he kind of takes over because he doesn't want to lose his income, with how many children he has and all that stuff, but he doesn't have the capability to do what I require to get people in. Not going to go further into that. It's not working. If I'm angry all the time and getting sick, and he is too, but we're not friends. He's an employee, and I've reduced him. You know what I mean? That's pretty much it. It's a long process because because when you're dealing with a business and you can't find anyone who's better, that's a problem. You know what I mean? That's where my anxiety is. Just checking I'm in front of the mirror because I'm checking the battery life because there's no flip open viewfinder. So that's my issue. I mean, they can't do what they're doing at my liquid nutrition businesses because they don't have that capability. They're not gung-ho people, you know what I mean? And that's sad to me. But I did interview someone yesterday, and very outgoing, to go out and get people into the gym, and I'm very optimistic about that. I did that from Facebook. There was another person who I wanted to come, but then she kept something was weird, and then she finally said, "Oh, can I make it for this date?" There was always a caveat, and I was like, you're doing that for an interview. No. So I said, I'll call you next week. But I found someone. So, and another guy who was a little shyer, and I said, okay, let's test it out. We'll see, because it's basically a little contract. It's not a full-time employee for that. But the one girl who I'd like to hire her there, but kind of slowly get her in there, And I'm going to try Indeed.com. I have to, as I'm talking now, I realize I have to go into action. This is very difficult for me because, if you followed some of my older videos with exes and kind of everything like my father type thing, I have to take responsibility. I have to act in action to get better people, to not rely on what someone's saying, to, oh, I'm taking care of it, and to be submissive to the fact that I can't find someone who's intelligent and motivated to make this gym work. On the same hand, I have to, on the same note, I have to, it's an old school gym, it's really old, and I have to do some changes, like some painting to the washrooms and stuff to make everything look better, so people don't just kind of like drop out. And that's more money invested. And the guy who was supposed to be my manager, who I reduced and took away some privileges, he's been saying since December that he was going to do painting, and he hasn't, and he's not doing anything. And when I met him yesterday after a week of him calling in sick, then he's like, oh, I don't care, oh wait, I could have done those, like he would say things to make me kind of feel guilty, and I don't feel that guilty anymore, which is good. It's a good sign. It took me several months. He doesn't realize how many favors I've done for him, which I won't mention here. Doesn't realize that, and he's 50, so it's like, so in my eyes, it's kind of dead to me now. So it's like, okay, I'm just keeping him, but then eventually just kind of get him out to as minimum as possible. Can't burn all bridges. I mean, he does do some things good. He just doesn't know how to manage a gym. Doesn't know how to manage himself. So, what was I saying? Getting more stuff in, getting more, painting, getting more better people, create a better environment. That's my goal, and I have to be in action towards that. And yeah, now that I'm doing that, it makes me see things a little bit more clearer. It makes me feel a little bit better, that I have control of things, that people are not just kind of walking all over me and manipulating me. I don't think he's doing it intentionally, but that's who he is, when you have several wives and lots of children, and you only think about money, and you're barely making things ends meet, and that's how it is, and I have to understand that. He can't speak in my language because he doesn't understand that language. He understands more of a hustler type language, but it doesn't work in the long term. It hasn't worked. He hasn't proved. It was good when the foot traffic was in during the January, Now it's kind of like, it's not the best, and something's off, and I can't talk to him about it because he doesn't know, and he doesn't produce. So I have to get other people who, that's pretty much it. I woke up really like feeling trapped, and what the hell am I gonna do? And I have to keep working through it. This is what I want, And I have to organize my life, and I can't, and I don't feel bad for not working out, because I have to get, it's about me taking care of myself, and one step at a time. I'll upload this later when I get back from work. See ya.